although I don't disagree about what you say regarding the need and the usefulness of nation states for the time being. My only concern is that if we go into the design process of a just society for 2013 or 14, focusing on the nation state as a fundamental building block, we may miss the target of the design for a global system, which is eventually what must happen. So I don't want the thought that still we still find nation states a useful structure to limit our perspective in terms of the kind of system that we have to create for what will ultimately become, as we were saying before, a system based on knowledge, on information, on the types, different
I see your point, and I see your point, and we could do, let's say, like idealistic planning, uh, and come up with a global village sort of thing, and then we could say, this is where we want to go, this is where we are, what steps should we take in order to get there? Okay, and obviously the nation state would still be playing some role, and eventually they would wither away. But
Marx will be happy to
if you compare the levels of knowledge that people have right now, the, let's say, the ignorance or the cultural backgrounds, it's going to take a while for to produce these global citizens, to produce 10 billion global citizens. It's going to take a little while.
oh,
I think.
and the transition is always the difficult aspect of
No,
what
one of the problems is, if you we can do this design, this idealistic design, as an exercise and say, this is where we're going to go, this is where we think we want to go. And then when we look into the details of how we're going to proceed, we would say, well, these are the things that we should be doing right now, that we can be doing right now, would have immediate effect in order to allow us to get where we want to go eventually. And now we won't know if that's going to happen or not. But if we put goals that seem like too remote and we tell people about them, most of them would say, no, you're dreaming. I'm not involved in that. We're never get anything done. But if we would present a plan saying, this is the ideal, and these are the immediate changes that we need, and these are feasible, let's get rid of the political parties. Let's get rid of the electoral systems. Let's give everybody a chance to vote in a very different procedure, where you don't go and vote on a Tuesday or on a Sunday. You can take 1 week to vote. Everybody can start voting, and you don't have to vote until you see how things are going, and then you can participate, and then you can see how you're influencing others, and how the voting changes is gonna close on a certain date at a certain time, and everybody's gonna have a lot of time to think about their votes before uh, it closes, because they're going to know the results. Maybe, let's say, if we had this sort of system, maybe Bush wouldn't have gotten elected, or maybe somebody else, maybe Obama would have won by more points. I don't know. Many things could have
imagine,
happened, or
imagine
maybe
you
uh,
can
Obama wouldn't get
you can even
reelected.
change your vote before it closes because maybe you'll see something in the exchange of information concerning that causes you to
Absolutely.
change.
Once you know how people are voting, maybe you can change your mind about how you want to vote.
Exactly.
So why couldn't we do that? We could organize that from our iPads, our iPhones, or smartphones
And,
very easily. Okay,
and that's
very, very easily. It would be much easier than to design the new system for an Android phone, let's say. It would be easier in terms of software. Why are we not doing this? Because we have this huge congressional system that doesn't work. It not only that doesn't work, it's preventing change from happening.
Or, as Albert Einstein said, to do and continue doing the same things over and over and expect different results, that's the classic definition of insanity.
Well, with that, I think we can